Hey guys, in today's video, let's go over the Silky Socks app and make some custom socks. We're going to design them and put them on the heat press, and I'm just going to show you how the app works very naturally and casually. Are you ready? Let's do it. Alright, so the first step of course is downloading the app. It's available on iPhone and Android. It's called Silky Socks, free to download. So I'm going to open up the app here. The second step is designing something. So to design something, you could use the camera. You could hit the camera button and get an image. You can use text. You can change up the background color. You can also tile an image. So what I'm going to do is pull up an image from an Instagram basketball player named Chris Staples. And we're going to do it two different ways here. We're going to tile one onto the streetwear socks, and we're going to put a single one on the athletic socks. See, I'm toggling through the products here. The athletic socks has a side view and a front and back view. So today I'm going to use the side view, and if you use this toggle feature, you can actually go through our entire product line, or most of it, and use the app to your benefit. So let's just do this together here. So I'll go to image. First I'll do the tile one actually. So I'll go image from library. I think I already screenshotted these. Oh, no I didn't. So let me go to Instagram first. I'm going to Instagram, to Chris's Instagram. Everybody hates Chris, shout out to him. Slam dunker, pretty popular guy. He gave me permission to use his photos for this video, and I'm gonna send him the socks when we're done with this. So I'm gonna screenshot this one and this one, and let's go back to the app. Oops. Let's go back to the Silky Socks app, and now I'll do a tile image first. So actually I want to go back to my streetwear. So the first one I'm going to do is the streetwear socks with a tiled image. So now I'll go image from library, and I'm going to get the image of him dunking like this. And we're going to tile it all over the sock. I'm cropping it here a bit, and I'm going to hit use. And then you see it creates a nice tiled feature, and then you hit the use button right here, and bam, so it's tiled it all over the sock. And then you place it where you want, and it gives you a nice screenshot, a nice mock-up there. So if I'm happy with that, I will basically screenshot that for my mock-up. Boom. And then this is an important feature. If I hit download, what it does is actually saves the design to my photo gallery, and I can use that downloaded file as my print file. So today I'm gonna airdrop that file to myself. We're gonna print it and press it, and we're gonna compare it to this mock-up and see if we liked it. Another feature I want to show you guys is the save button here. If I hit the save button, what that does, it says successfully saved your item. Okay, then you hit the eye, like it's the kind of like a view. That was the idea behind it. You want to view your saved products. It says my saved designs. So what's cool about that is you can go over to your saved designs and you can play around with them, move it around, and do all that kind of stuff. So let me just go back to my camera roll. I want to make sure it got the file. Yes, it did. So that's my file right there, and that's my mock-up. So I'm done with design one. You see how easy that was? So if you're selling these, you show your customer this mock-up. Let's say he likes it and he pays you. Now you save it, you have your file, and you can go to production with it. All right. Next, let's design one more here. I'm gonna change the product to these athletic socks. You can change the foot color at any time, different colored feet. I'm gonna just stick with the black foot here, but I do want to change my image. So I can hit the restart button to give me a blank canvas here, and then I'll go to image. Now I'm going to use the single camera because I don't want a tile. The first one I wanted the tile. This one I'm going to use the single camera image. All right. So we're going single camera, image from library, or I should say single image, and I'm going to use the other dunk angle here. And we're gonna try to just get a single image of him. So the amount of area that I actually crop matters, because if I take the entire square, it might, it'll be a different shape image than if I take this vertical rectangle here. So I'll take this vertical rectangle. I think that'll fit nicely. Boom. I'll kind of place it how I want it. And then notice there's some parts on the bottom and top that are not getting covered. So I want to play around with that setting a little bit, and then I'll give it a, I want to keep it a black foot, but I'll give it like a light blue colored background here. That way, instead of having a white line, it gives me like a light blue background instead. So let me see, I can play around with that a little bit. We can even go black if we wanted. We can go dark blue if we want. I think I'll stick to light blue, and we'll see how that goes. So again, I'll screenshot this for the mockup, and then I'll hit download for the file, save design to the photo gallery. Let me go to my camera roll and see. So there's my mockup, and there's my file. So this is a single sock printing at a time, and this one will be both socks at a time. So we're done designing, guys. Now it's time to send it to print and come back to the heat press and produce. You ready? Let's do it. Alright, so I've just airdropped the images to my computer, and I'm looking at the file quality, and it does compress the file a little bit. Like this one on Photoshop is now showing up as 100 resolution at 5 inches wide, as opposed to like 150 or 300 dpi. But that being said, I still think it's going to be good enough to sublimate, since we are printing on socks that are pretty small. But just note that, and you can be the judge of that, and we're basically finding out together how it's going to look. And this is not staged, so let's go find out how it looks together. All right, let's go. Okay guys, I got my transfer sheets printed and cut, and they look pretty good. So I got my blank socks here as well. We're doing a streetwear full print sock, which is 95% poly and 5% spandex throughout. And we're doing our athletic black socks with the black interior, which have a cotton bottom for extra comfort and thickness, and the polyester up top. Got my inserts here as well, and let's go ahead and make these. So I loaded these again because I realized that I had first loaded them front to back and we want them side to side. And I actually cut a little piece of the jig here to make them easier to load side to side. So just a little pro tip for you guys, if you're loading sideways, side to side layouts, you can cut a little small piece of the jig at the bottom. So actually, and then when I make these, the athletic side layout, it's one sheet here and one sheet here. So this is, I'm gonna open these up for production and just separate them because I don't need them right next to each other. So here goes. Wow, that was dope. So I got the socks here. Now what I want to do is compare how they look on my phone to how the real thing looks. And I'll give you my honest feedback. Whew. All right, there we have it. This is how it looks on the phone, and this is how it looks in person. Honestly, it's pretty freaking dope. The quality, the vibe, just the placement, really dope. One thing I did notice was it didn't get the full bottom right here, to be honest. Didn't get the bottom right here, so what I think, I had the transfer sheet at like 21.5 inches tall, so that should have been scaled down a little bit. One thing to look out for is scale it down slightly so it's not too tall. But man, quality wise, it's fire. Yeah. Remember I mentioned that it might reduce the resolution just a little, but I think it'll still look good. So that's what I'm talking about. Okay, now I want to find the sock one, the athletic sock one. Here's that placement and here's the look. Wowzers, guys. Looks pretty freaking amazing. Yeah, and even this one, like, you know, it's pretty sharp in the mock-up, but it's almost equally as good on the sock. Now if I did it without hitting the download button in the app and I tried to do it manually on Photoshop, I think it would be a little crisper and a little sharper, but we're talking maybe a 5% improvement. So overall, wow, look at that's the other side. That's the other side. Whew, man. Overall, guys, I think it's super amazing. You can see the result. I think it's definitely worth saving yourself some time, doing mock-ups on the fly, using the app for your benefit to make some dope products. And I just want to talk a little bit about why this app was created and the history behind this app. So originally, the Silky Socks app was created to sell printed socks to customers, right? Where we push this thing to our customer base to tell them, hey, go design custom socks and we'll print them for you. But over the years, I wanted to evolve the app to give value to our sublimation printers community. And so that's where we added the download button, and that's where we added the save button. And I started talking about screenshotting the mockup, downloading the file, to then create this kind of print file and sublimate it yourself. So the evolution of this app has come to now give value to you guys, the Sublimation Printers community. And I hope this demo helped you understand how you can use it, how we use it, and when I talk about it, what I'm imagining for you to do this kind of stuff, make mock-ups on the fly. So now imagine people are DMing you images, you're posting, hey, I could put your image on socks. People are texting you images and you quickly make mock-ups like I did here in this video, and you screenshot them, download them, save them, and text them back to your customers and be like, hey, that's gonna be 20 bucks a pair, custom. They're like, okay, here's the money. You're like, hey, 2 for 35. Hey, 3 for 50. They're like, okay, here's the money. Boom, boom, boom. And now you do this process, you make them, and of course you're buying blanks from silkysocks.com, and you're making the margin after you print it, and we're all getting abundance. Your customer's happy, we're happy, you're happy. It's a win-win Silky situation, baby. All right, lastly, I want to give a shout out to our Facebook group, Sublimation with Silky Socks, 21,000 members. If you're not in it, get in that group right now. We'll leave the description below. And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, because we're getting abundant like this all the time. And I'll leave the link to download the app in the description as well. Free to download on Silky Socks, on iTunes and on Google Play Store, Silky Socks. If you happen to download it and you're liking it, please leave us a 5-star review, because that just helps show love and spread the abundance. And other than that, let's get silky, continue to bless your feet, continue to bless your businesses, and I am out of here. I'm hungry, let's go get something to eat.